Now let's begin the conversation. It's another independence anniversary celebration in Nigeria, hence another opportunity for national discourse on the country's journey to greatness. On this threshold of another Independence Day celebration, the need for nation building has been stressed, hence the theme for 2025, Nigeria at 65, all hands on deck for a greater nation. In his nationwide address to mark the anniversary, President Bola Tinubu said Nigeria has come a long way, declaring that the worst is over for the country. Now let's hear from the president. Okay, all right, let's begin the conversation this way. I mean, BK, the president, in his address this morning, he addressed the nation this morning, and he said, and he spoke like the president that he is. But talk to me. In your opinion, did the president hit the right notes?
Yeah, I think he did. It was important to let Nigerians know where we are coming from. It was important to let Nigerians know the progress being made, however modest the progress has been. It was important to let Nigerians know. So, and the president did just that. He also reminded Nigerians of the sacrifices of patriots, the armed forces, so that as a country, we do not diminish the standing of our heroes. People sometimes behave like Nigerians not got heroes. Every day, some people are putting their lives on the line for others to stand a good chance of staying alive. So you cannot say that we've not got heroes. I see sometimes people write articles say nation in need of heroes. There's no way you can say that our country has not got heroes. So the president made that clear. And whether we like it or not, some progress has been made, especially in respect of the economy. An economy that suffered stagnation, an economy that was structurally damaged, an economy in which there was tremendously low investor confidence. We've now seen this president go out telling the world that we are ready for business. And we are seeing commitments made in some of those countries that is being to in most of those countries that we want to do business with you. It was in Brazil the other day. Petrobras is coming back to our country. So we need investment, foreign direct investment, even foreign portfolio investment. We need investment in our country because that is what will help us to galvanize our economy. And we are also seeing stability across the key sectors of the economy. We are seeing improved oil outputs from about barely 1 million barrels a day to almost 1.7 million barrels a day now, 1.680. That's significant improvement. You know, oil theft gone down significantly that even the regulator can almost say we have crossed that Rubicon. We have solved that problem. So, and it's helping us to see increase in output. So there's progress to talk about. You can see the stability of the currency. That is one key element that boosts investor confidence, because the investor can now plan. You can see Abdul Samad Isakarabi predicting that before the end of this year, Naira will appreciate to 1,400 Naira. So this is good news. Yes, things are tough for Nigerians. Nigerians have had to go through a lot, but it's always like that when a country is going through this kind of reforms, it's like a country in transition, economic transition, transiting from the way we used to do things to simply the way it is right to do things. The convergence of rates is a big, significant progress, because you don't need to bribe people in the CBN before you can have access to foreign currency. The rates are literally almost the same. So the era of arbitrage that encouraged corruption is no longer the case. So there are some good news that we can talk about. Talk about the NEL fund, you know, the students' loan scheme. Look at those who are benefiting. They are happy to say we are benefiting. Did you see the video from one of the tertiary institutions in Sokoto, where the students were jubilating, you know, about the student loan?
Yes.
There are even some students, probably because of the inefficiency in our system, students who are no longer students, and they are now, it is now that they are sending money to them for upkeep. But they graduated, and they said, no, this is it. So there is progress, and the president is happy to talk about the progress.
All right, BK.
So that, because if you do not blow your trumpet,
no one will blow
they will not blow it for you.
Exactly.
People who are minded to not see anything good in you, for example, will never admit that. I see educated people saying, no, that it's a massive failure, he has not achieved anything.
That's not fair.
I see people who are supposedly educated, but it is not a time to argue with people.
Sure.
It is a time to demand even more from our leaders. And that is what some of us do.
Okay.
Well, no matter the situation, we still think that, look, there's a lot more that we can do.
All right, then. All right, then. It's about time for us to hear from the president.
Has accepted the instrument of self-government from colonial rule. Let us remember that their sacrifice, devotion, and grand dream of a strong, prosperous, and united Nigeria that will lead Africa and be the beacon of light to the rest of the world. For decades, the promise of our independence has been tested by profound social, economic, and political challenges, and we have survived. While we may not have achieved all the lofty dreams of our forebearers, we have not strayed too far from them. In 65 years since our independence, we have made tremendous progress in economic growth, social cohesion, and physical development. Our economy has experienced significant growth since 1960. Although it is much easier for those whose vocation is to focus solely on what ought to be, we must recognize and celebrate our significant progress. Our administration is setting things right now. I'm pleased to report that we have finally turned the corner. The worst is over, I say. Yesterday's pains are giving way to relief. I salute your endurance, support, and understanding. I will continue to work for you and justify the confidence you repose in me to steer the ship of our nation to a safer harbor. Under our leadership, our economy is recovering fast, and the reforms we started over 2 years ago are delivering tangible results. The second quarter 2025 gross domestic product grew by 4.23%. Let all hands be on deck. Let us believe once more in the boundless potential of our great nation. With Almighty God on our side, I can assure you that the dawn of a new, prosperous, self-reliant is here in Nigeria. Happy 65th Independence Anniversary.
Yeah, happy 65th Independence Anniversary. Yeah, the president said a lot of things, Adewale Adeoye. Now, the president's broadcast, he said he inherited a near-collapsed economy. But let me ask you, has the president been able to revive it?
Well, I think even when you listen to the president's speech, he admitted that there are still challenges. He said, we have not met the aspirations of our founding fathers, but we have not strained too far. We have strained, but not too far from the dreams. So I think we cannot say that we have resolved fundamental problems.
Okay.
But at the same time, that does not mean that we are where we have been or that we have not made progress. As regarding the fact that he inherited a very poor economy, there's no doubt about that. Babangida just said about oil production, which at that time we had private companies who are involved. The same private companies are still there now. But we have moved from sometimes 700,000 out to about 1.4, 1.5. I think that is significant within 2 years. Very, very significant. With the effort of private pipeline protectors and all that. And I believe we can still do more. So I think that is significant. But I think in 28 months, it will be unfair to start, to judge the government at this stage. I think at least we have to wait for the first 4 years to be able to. But I think where we are now, there is hope has been rekindled, in terms of, where are we going, in terms of trying to stabilize the economy and also taking certain bold decisions.
Okay.
And even giving us hope about things that have not been done in the past that he promises to do, especially things like state police. I know he said something about the Eastern Nigeria Rail Project, which costs about $3 billion, which is going to cost about $3 billion. That is significant. The Calabar-Lagos Highway, the Lagos-Sokoto Highway, these are milestones that I don't think anyone should deny.
Okay.
So I think that maybe we wait for the next 4 years to have a full picture. But I think we are not moving backwards, at least in the past 28 months.
All right, then.